Remember us. As simple an order as a king can give. Remember why we died. We did not wish tribute, or song, or monuments, or poems of war and valor. The wish was simple. Remember us, he said to me. That was his hope. Should any free soul come across that place. In all the countless centuries yet to be, may all our voices whisper to you from the ageless stones. Go tell the Spartans passerby. Here, by Spartan law, we lie. And so my king died, and my brothers died. Barely a year ago. Long I've pondered my king's cryptic talk of victory. Time has proven him wise. For from free Greek to free Greek, the word was spread that bold Leonidas and his 300, so far from home, laid down their lives, not just for Sparta, but for all Greece, and the promise this country holds. Now, here on this rugged patch of earth called Plataea, Xerxes forged face obliteration!
What's going on, y'all? What's going on, y'all? Much love. It is your boy Skywalker the Jedi tapping in with y'all with another one. Y'all could be anywhere else in the world right now, but you're here with me, rocking out. And I appreciate that. Super grateful for each and every single one of y'all that are in the chat right now. Let me say what's up to everybody, as well as everybody that will be catching us on the replay crew as well. This is going to be a very, very fun stream. Can't wait to have this conversation with you guys. We got to cook, yo. We got to cook. We got to cook. It has to be done. Like, I'm so focused right now. I think the recent behavior that I've noticed the recent shift in kind of perception that I had recently, it's really been great. And I think that I can't wait to have this conversation with y'all. So let's get started. We got the homie Curly Ray in the building. What's going on, homie? We got Charles Austin, Geek Defense Initiative, GDI. What's going on, homie? Fat Dance Thoughts, what's going on, bro? Music City Soul as well, right? Who else we got in here? We got the homie Anatoly pouring in here. What's going on, bro? We got Sin Havoc 5150 in the building. What's going down, Sin Havoc? Right? Yes. Engagement with Netflix continues. SPR Dave is in the building. What's going on, SPR Dave? All right, who else we got in here? Mama Bear, Artie Dog, thank you so much for being here. Mama Bear, can't wait to have this conversation with you. Hopefully you're in good spirits. And thank you for checking in on me as well. We got South Cali guy in the building. What's going on, South Cali guy? We got Neo Sevens in the building. What's going on, Marcus? Everybody pouring in. Yes. Yo, we're going to get to it. We got Marcus saying, rumor has it that the first film the title of the first film is Rebel Moon Chapter 1, Chalice of Blood. Oh my goodness. I like that. Parts versus chapters. That's dope. Chalice of Blood. What's going on, man? Zach gonna be on some whole other stuff. Can't wait to watch that movie. Can't wait. We got the Creed in the building. What's going on, Creed? Hope you're feeling well, bro. What's going down? We got the homie Curly Ray in here early saying, "What's up, Skywalker? I'm very happy that you are back. Rebel Moon is a success, and I can't wait for more cartoons and serial this Saturday." Hashtag sales ZSJL, hashtag sales Snyderverse to Netflix. Yo, much love to the homie Curly Ray. Thank you for the support, bro. I'm happy to be back on here, man, having this conversation with you guys. And I always try to look for the bright side in these things. I know I have been feeling like I've been feeling sick a lot more recently than I have like or is than I normally do, right? So yeah, to have this kind of thing happen recently and for me to have this moment that I'm gonna talk about and share on here with you guys later. But yeah, to have that happen, it just really kind of put things back in a perspective for me, and it made me refocus and just kind of make sure that I'm always looking for the brighter side in these situations, even when things seem to be going crazy and falling apart all around me. Because I was going through it, y'all. But yeah, much love to the homie Curly Ray. Let me go ahead and let me give you this drop real quick. It might be a longer one, but I think that I need to remind some people of something real quick. Let me just make sure it's the right one. We about to find out though.
Scott, you've said that on Netflix, for a $60 million movie to be considered a success, it has to generate about 30 million account views. What did you mean by that? And that's really the first time I've heard you say anything about Netflix success metrics. So what is the barometer for success on Netflix?
You know, each film, like all of us, the P&Ls are different, right? So you're spending different marketing amounts, you're doing different things around it. Having been on both sides of the theatrical business and now the streaming, there's so much out there for the consumer that we're still fighting for time, right? And so we have our own tracking, we have our own anxiety, we have our own opening weekend. So we go through the same thing that everyone else does, and really the same thing applies, which is great, is everything now, because there's too much choice for the consumer across all of our mediums. So we work through those things, but that was kind of a rough estimate of different things take different marketing aspects. So everything is kind of different in terms.
So what do you look at on Monday morning after a big film debuts on the surface?
Well, like everyone else, we have graphs all weekend long. So I'm getting things the same thing: Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, all weekend. So
you know what we're all watching personally?
Yes, I do. I know exactly what you're counting. We're going to talk about it after. But we look at things in our totality. We value over a month, basically. So we look at 28 days in terms of it, and we can. Because we can see where things are opportunistic, we can market towards it, so we can market in the second and third weeks as well. So that's our valuation around those first 28 days in terms of how we green light. So we green light off of X money and how much we're going to spend, and we hope that this many people watch in that 28 days, and that's our success metrics.
Hey, shouts out to the bro. Scott Stuber breaking it down, you dig? Right? Oh my God. I think some people forget. Some people forget. Right? So I think it's very important that we remind them. Right? Remember when Darkseid was holding Batman and he was like, yo, what's up with these Omega spores and all that? And Batman was like, hey man, they active. And Darkseid goes, well, you will disarm them. He's like, bruh. We must remind them, y'all. Facts. I think that the bro Scott Stuber said it perfectly there, right? That's their success metrics, right? But much love to y'all, and thank y'all for being here. Let's get through this opening rigmarole so we can get started with the show. I know y'all ready to talk about it. Just so y'all know, we are on the road to 2K. Make sure that you guys are liking the content, sharing it out, subscribing, all that good stuff, hitting that notification bell so that you know when I'm going live. And that way, yo, y'all will know what's going on, man. Because this platform, as well as these others like the Cool Table, and I want to once again shout them out. They were they were so clutch throughout this last weekend, holding down cartoons and cereal in the manner that they did. Shouts out to those gentlemen. Got much love for y'all. Y'all for real saved me this weekend, and y'all already know what's up. And I was very, very surprised at just how quickly that kind of came together. So shouts out to y'all. But they've been helping with these hashtags this entire time. And they're why we are here and been rocking out this entire year and some change, right? If you would like to rock out with us and secure the conclusion to Zack Snyder's DC universe, make sure that you follow these rules of engagement, which are as follows. Rule number one, we ask that you guys be positive while we're engaging with the current home of Netflix. They are engaging with him and us as his fan base, and they've been rocking out and showing my dude mad support. So we want to make sure that we're being positive while we're rocking out with them. We also want to make sure that we're not mixing the hashtags. We're trying to keep the messaging as focused and effective as possible. And lastly, but certainly not least, please do not tag, mention, quote, tweet, reply to, or anything of that nature anybody over at WBD, which is including but not limited to James Gunn. As long as you follow those three rules, we can all rock out and continue to do what we've been doing, which is marching forward for the last year and some change, getting closer and closer to the conclusion of Zack Snyder's DC universe over on the platform of Netflix. ZSJL to Netflix on YouTube and ZSJL to Netflix on X/Twitter is also where you need to be subscribed to and following, because all the pertinent information will be coming from there, as with myself and Leon of the New Geeks, right? If you would like to sponsor a stream, when you guys give super chats like Curly Rages did earlier, they are tallied up and you will be sponsoring a following stream, and you will be able to have your name scrolling down at the bottom, like the homie W Mir does right here, right? And we also offer sponsorship level with memberships as well. If you would like to, you can click the link in the chat for Honk the Film, which is a project that I think that they're still taking pledges for. Pretty sure it is a project involving our very own Green Lantern from Zack Snyder's Justice League, which is Wayne T. Carr. It's this project that is talking about mental health, and I think that it's gonna be super dope. So I made my pledge, and if you can make a pledge, just go ahead and click that link below. And also, man, inktothepeople.com/sales ZSJL. Man, the homies cooked up. You know what I'm saying? We got some cartoons and cereal shirts over there right now. Make sure that you guys head on over there and cop something, y'all. Man, these shirts is going. Man, I can't wait to get mine in the mail. Right, the homie Austin definitely cooked with these. Man, it's been so dope doing cartoons and cereal this whole year. You know what I mean? And so to be able to have these on here, and to be able to offer these for FSP and for everybody to be able to rock out with them, right? I just think that's super duper dope. So, man, click that link in the description box if you would like to cop a cool looking shirt, which is supporting a great cause in the same process, like AFSP, the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Right? Yes, 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 yes. All right, all right. Let's get caught up with the chat, and then we're gonna get the show started. You dig? It's funny. They said you call that a bluff, right? Hold up, man. I'm getting lost in the chat. Let me get caught up, and then I'm gonna catch. Hold up, yeah. We got on me bad dance saying, "Take care of your health, Scott." Yo, most definitely, man. You know, sometimes it's hard for me to kind of take a step back and kind of focus on what I got going on because I be having so much stuff that just I have to kind of take care of and I have to kind of be present there for and to be available for. So sometimes it's very hard for me to take that step back, but I definitely did this last week or so, and I had to just kind of really kind of unplug from social media and kind of really focus on getting back. And I'm still not 100%, but I am feeling better. And yeah, being here having these conversations with you guys is always dope. And whenever I'm feeling up to it, and I feel like I can be entertaining and put on a good show, we're gonna pull up. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And he said the cool table since at the big round table. Hey, that's what's going on. What's going on, Josh? All right. Yeah. We got the homie Integrity in the building. What's going on, Integrity? We got Neo Sevens. All right. What's going on, Neo Sevens? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Saying Havoc. Toonami. Sky, off topic. What you thought of that Kendrick response? Look, I couldn't believe he dropped this on the day that I was gonna come. I mean, I'm glad he dropped this on the day that I was gonna come on and talk about this Zach shit, cause it charged me up even more, bro. Oh, I got it, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just tell y'all if you want to know my thoughts about the Kendrick Lamar response to Drake, tune in tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Pacific. We will be getting started much closer to the start time as well. But yeah, tune in tomorrow, 8 o'clock Pacific PM. We will be going live over on the Sky and Steno show. And I will be giving my thoughts on the Kendrick Lamar response. Oh yeah, I got a whole lot to talk about. Cause yeah. Woo wee. Anyway, we got to me Bat Dance and got my shirt, right? Hey. Oh my goodness. Hello. Yeah, what's going on? What's going on? Yeah, look, I hope y'all cop y'all cartoons and cereal shirts though. Like, yo, it's big stuff. Make sure that you guys are supporting that. Yo, it's AFSP, the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, and a lot of work went into those shirts. So if you can, click the link down below and make a donation to a good cause and get a fire looking shirt in the process. Right. Josh says it seems like yesterday we were watching Justice League, the animated series on Netflix for first cartoon and serial engagement event. It does feel like yesterday, right? Man. But it's been a while. It's been a while since I could hold my head up high. Anyway, oh man, now look. I'm getting better, Mama Bear, slowly but surely. Slowly but surely, right? Hopefully, I don't make you have to catch a flight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We got Koopy Malley. Look, and then he said, "It's been a while since I said I'm sorry." Hey. Yeah. What's going on? What's going on, y'all? All right. We got DC Talk in the building. Yeah. She don't know. But yes, it is Sky here, SKII. It's all good. You know, it's all good. She don't know no better, y'all. I know her like for real, for real. So it's all love. It's all love. Yeah, all right. So let's get started with the show, man. We gonna tap in with the new gods, and then we'll be right back with the first topic of the evening.
Steppenwolf, have you begun the conquest?
Yes, 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 yes. Now, one, I am so glad to be here back on the Zack Snyder Hour, man. This has quickly become one of my favorite shows to do with you guys because we really just get to get in here and I get to just cook on Zack, right? And just sometimes we have guests come through and you know, we just really get to geek out about Zack Snyder stuff, right? So it was great being able to have this show with you guys tonight because I feel like it was the perfect show to have because I ain't talked about, you know, all this recent news that's been kind of coming out, right? But for one, we had the first look from Twilight of the Gods, right? And I know y'all might have seen that thumbnail, but let me go ahead and show y'all in case y'all haven't. This is the first look from Twilight of the Gods, man. Let me move this banner, right? But yo, if y'all know, we've been watching a lot of Netflix animation stuff on cartoons and serial for this past year, right? So the fact that they dropped it around this time is just apropos. But yeah, we've been having this show, and I think it was Austin who the other day just said, I think I just realized that we're gonna be able to geek out to some Zack Snyder stuff on cartoons and serial. And I didn't even think that that had dawned on me yet, right? But then when this picture dropped, I was like, damn, you know what? We are gonna be able to watch some Zack shit on cartoons and serial, right? And I think this show is about to be off the chain, yo. SPR Dave says, what is Twilight of the Gods about? Right? From my understanding, this is a Norse mythology show, right? A Norse mythology anime that is, I believe, like still in the same universe as like Army of the Dead, you know? Because you have the Twilight of the Gods that is specifically referenced in, I think it's Army of Thieves, right? Which was a prequel to Army of the Dead. So yeah, I believe it's in that universe. And so the fact that we're gonna be getting an anime on Netflix that we're gonna be able to rock out to and watch on cartoons and serial, that's something that I really relish. I think that that's gonna be super dope, and we're gonna see just where this stacks up um, against, you know, a lot of this other anime stuff that we've been watching on Netflix. Because I'm not gonna cap, like the bar is high. You guys have been hearing me say the bar is high for this Netflix animation stuff this entire time, right? So I'm not gonna cap now and be like, yo, like, you know, um, is Zach is coming into a playground that ain't got no other competitors in it. No, like it's some heat on Netflix right now, right? It's some heat. It says, I can't wait, Twilight of the Gods. I love the Scandinavian mythology, right? And then SPR Dave says, I'm not a big anime fan, but I watch it for the story. Like, yo, I was an anime fan like back in the day, right? Like I used to watch like Dragon Ball Z and Hellsing and Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, all that kind of stuff, whatever, right? But for the most part, recently I hadn't really been watching a whole lot. But as we've been watching stuff on Netflix, man, a lot of this stuff has been heat, yo. Look, Curly Ray saying Blue Eye Samurai, Castlevania, right? Cyberpunk, Edge Runners. I've seen that. That shit was fire. Because I was a big fan of the Cyberpunk game, right? So I definitely checked out Edge Runners. That was fire. You know what I'm saying? So once again, them showing what they can do with a outside or like IP that's already existing, right? What they can kind of build on that with. But yeah, it's some heat on Netflix, man. It's been some great shows. What's called Onimusha was fire. That was a great show. Um, we've been watching the other one too. The one that's based on the older show, Ultraman. Yeah, Ultraman's been great. You know, um, there's some real heat. Marcus says the actor who plays Thor in Twilight of the Gods says that he's playing the character true to form. Yeah, look, we know that when Zach does these types of things and Zach gets the casting, you see in Rebel Moon, right? That people start getting in their feelings. You know what I'm saying? People start getting in their feelings because they know. I think that's why they be going after all the actors that Zach cast like that because they know that they're probably about to blow up. Yeah, shout out to Brett Colbert too. I saw him getting attacked by some people in dunce caps. You know, hold on, let me pull this up real quick. I'm pulling up something right now. Let me grab this. Mhm. And Zach then had his third in a row. Number one, film on Netflix, right? Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, hold on 1 second. I got something for y'all. I just wanted to add this little piece to the puzzle. All right. So thank y'all for bearing with me. I had to add that to the background. They said hopefully that means no Taika Waititi. Nah, you ain't gonna see no Taika Waititi Thor in Zach's John. Look, he said me drinking giant skull smashing sob, right? Hey, you know what's about to happen that crime. Futuretron says, did Army of Thieves mention something Twilight of the Gods related? Yes. That was, I think, the name of the overall ring cycle, right? That whole journey that they had to go on, or it was the name of the biggest vault. The Gute Demon. The Gute Demon. You're right. Yeah. Here we go. Was watching Army of Thieves yesterday, and in the opening history lesson, Dieter said that vault, the Gute Demon, is also known as the Twilight of the Gods. Zach is connecting it all for sure. Yes, yes, the vault at the casino, absolutely. So yeah, this is the first look, man. Zach is about to be cooking. Um, I think that he about to hop into this anime, genre on Netflix. We gonna see what they got cooking up. I think that there's a good chance that Zach just might show that, hey, I might be the GOAT in animation too, right? But yo, it's gonna be a tall order. The second season of Blood of Zeus is about to come out. That's another one that was fire that we watched on cartoons and serial. So yeah, it's been hella shows that we've watched on cartoons and serial that have really turned out being super dope, and I'm expecting nothing less from Twilight of the Gods for sure. Right. All right, let me go ahead and pull that down. But yeah, how are y'all feeling about that first look though? Does it excite you guys? How are you guys feeling about Twilight of the Gods? What are y'all most excited for from this project? As for me, I think that, you know, with us getting that little tease, right, of Zack Snyder animation on um Teen Titans Go, right? I really think that that was a little peek into what we could be getting with this show here, because that was the dopest section of Teen Titans ever. I'm sure of it. It was the most well drawn. It was the most epic. You know what I'm saying? Like they even was playing up to it. Like, oh man, we're gonna make this thing epic, right? And I'm pretty sure that the numbers probably smashed their viewership records, or was probably one of the highest viewed episodes. Of course, probably most bought as well. You see, but they don't be trying to tell y'all that. You know, they just would rather cap and have y'all believing that don't nobody like this stuff, which I'm gonna get into later why that's so egregious. But yeah, I really do think that with that first little hint from Teen Titans Go, I'm very excited to see what they got cooking up. And Twilight of the Gods looks fire to me. If Futuretron says Twilight of the Gods, Army of the Dead, Rebel Moon are all connected. Yeah, they are. They are all connected. It's like a Snyder verse or something. Yeah, the Rebel verse. The Rebel verse. This is wild, man. They want more Army verse. The Creed says, "I love the look, art style from this peak." Yep. SPR Dave says, "Okay, question for everyone in Sky. Zack Snyder has said that he'd be willing to do a ZSJL in animation. What's your stance on that?" I'll answer that. I'll say this. Zach was asked a question, you know, and I don't think that publicly Zach is going to turn down answering. I mean, turn down getting this done in any fashion. I don't think he ever would publicly, you know. Um, but Zach has also hinted to the third act of Rebel Moon. See, this is this is what's so kind of strange to me, and I'm glad that you asked this question, SPR Dave, because this is what's so strange to me, right? Is that on one hand, Zach will say, like in the video that I posted with him on camera saying it, Do I gotta play this shit? Hold up. Hold on. Let me go ahead and play this video for the people that seem to be a little bit confused on stuff that Zach says. Right? Where'd it go? Here we go.
Yo, what's going on? We're here with the man, Zack Snyder. You know what I'm saying? You make it out to Skywalker, S-K-I-I, please, sir.
S-K-I-I.
Yes, Scott, yes.
See what I'm saying?
Hey.
Walker.
Zach, is there anything?
Skywalker.
Oh, yes, sir. Is there anything that you felt like you learned on Rebel Moon that you could take over to DC if Netflix gets the rights back, sir?
I think when you watch the third act of this movie, you're going to be like, okay, well, if they can make something that crazy.
We are here for it. Thank you, Zach. You do it best, sir. Can't wait for that director's cut.
Appreciate it. I can't wait for you to see it.
Hey, we out, sir.
Right. Okay. So Zach also said when I asked him, I said, "Hey, y'all just heard him." I said, "You learn anything on Rebel Moon? You can take over to DC." Blah 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 blah. Did Zach mention anything about, hey, I learned that, when I'm doing the coloring, right, and when I'm like, just I ain't gonna try to make up some animation equivalent. You know what I'm saying? No, you heard how he answered that question. He said, if you look at the third act of Rebel Moon, that is what you could say and say, hey, wow. If they could do that with that, then imagine what they could do with, DC, right? So were you looking at the third act, or not you personally, but was anybody looking at the third act of Rebel Moon Part 2 and saying, hey, man, I really think that, they could do a dope animation of this, right? Is that the feeling that you guys got? Was it giving animation, right? It's like, yo, he got asked a question. I'm pretty sure that Zach is not going to publicly turn down any avenues of getting this thing completed, But I just want to look at every, other stuff that Zach says, right? Like, let's look at that and say, hey, versus, because when I asked him how, like, I asked him a question, he was able to elaborate on that. Anyway, he was asked, hey, if you get an animation, you know what I'm saying? Like, would you be open to it? And he's like, oh, sure. Come on now. Like, I don't understand why everybody even focuses on the animation thing. Oh, I know why. It's because some of these larger platforms and stuff be pushing that stuff. But look, they're just trying to counter whatever we're saying. If we're saying that we're going to get it in live action, they're going to say it's an animation. If we say that it's coming, they say that it's not. If we say that it's real, they say that it doesn't exist, right? One of these days, I'm gonna just get on here and start calling myself lame, and they're gonna be like, "Nah, Sky, you actually a cool dude, man," because they just can't help but counter whatever we say, right? So, I think that's where a lot of that stuff comes from. I don't really put too much stock into it. I think that when Zach thinks about DC and getting a chance to kind of finish it, he thinks about that being live action. We think about that being live action, and so that's kind of what I'm just kind of focused on instead of a leading question that somebody asked him. For sure. El Necron said the village in Rebel Moon looked Germanic. They mentioned the gods. Yeah, the old gods. Y'all heard that? Nah. Sky was shook. Hashtag Sky was shook. You know what I'm saying? We got the homie Floyd Lawton in the building. What's going on, Floyd Lawton? Yeah, the man that never misses. The man that never misses. Getting all tongue tight. So I want the full video context of that animation question. Yeah, it's like maybe just hey man, would you mind animation? He's like, oh, I don't care. Sure, right? Why not? Neo7 saying Zack is everywhere from films to animation and even in Beta's dreams. Hashtag Snyderverse. Hey, that's what's so great about this whole thing, though, Marcus, is that as we keep marching forward, bro, and we keep showing these numbers and showing that it's like a great success and everything. Like I was about to, show you guys earlier, or soon rather. While we went in, they can't help but keep Zach on the brain. You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and hit you with this drop, bro. Look. While they focused on what we doing and focused on Zach, this is what they really should be doing, right?
Announcements from about DC and about the DC extended universe and about what they're going to do with the movies. You know what I would prefer? Content. Like, I don't think anyone has ever gone to an IMAX to watch a press conference or to like read Twitter. It's like, great, awesome. I'm glad you guys have all of these plans. Shut up and go execute them.
Tell them shut up and go execute. They said, was that a ghost? Nah, something fell. I know exactly what it was. But nah, that was pretty funny though. Was that a ghost? He's being haunted. Yeah, for sure. Bat Dan with the $2 super chat. Bro, y'all got me twisted with this haunted shit. That's pretty funny. Bat Dan with the $2 super chat saying, why are Snyder fans campaigning for compromises? Because, bro, it just goes again. Dude, they have to look. They don't have a choice, Bat Dan. They can't go against their programming. Their programming says that they must be anti whatever we do. So if we say no compromise, they have to say compromise, right? If we were saying compromise, they would be saying no compromise. Look, it's really that simple, Bat Dan. Like, whatever we say, they have to say the opposite. It's their job. Literally. You know? Betas. Hold up. Let me go ahead and give you a drop, bro. Campaigning for compromises.
Good stuff. Real quick, Zach. Shout out. Last question is, I want to ask you not about the legalities or like the probabilities or anything like that, but can you just speak to the resolve of your fan base that now that we're trying to get this thing sold to a third party?
The fan base has consistently been amazing and consistently, look, regardless of what I think, the fan base has their own ideas and they seem to win.
That is funny. It said Skywalker plays haunted. Nah, right? Option 3. The betas are sending ghosts now. Hey, they over here trying to they over here trying to put hexes on me. They over here trying to get like some of my hair follicles or hair fibers so they can put like a little voodoo doll and be like shaka 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 shaka. Sigma says, is Sky battling a ghost or an AI, right? Hey, whatever it is, it ain't enough. You know what I'm saying? It's the ghost of betas, for sure. For sure. Not AI, though. Yeah, it's rogue AI. They over here trying to send ghosts over here, man. This is hilarious, yo. Nah, this is dope. Says, yo, I'm so late. What's going on, Tyler Shaw? Much love, Brody. All right, let me let me move along. ZSJL 2 and 3 on Netflix, y'all. I think that, there was something that was said recently by Zach that a lot of people aren't really covering. Man, I'm gonna get to that in the last topic, but it's like this whole past few weeks have been so enlightening. It's been so much movement to and fro. You know what I'm saying? Like people talking about certain stuff, not talking about certain stuff. I noticed that when Zach made these comments about ZSJL2, a lot of them people that back in the day, you know what I'm saying, like just going back, they would have jumped all over this. Y'all know them platforms, right? Y'all know them platforms who would have been all over this back in the day. You know what I'm saying? What happened? Where's all hey, Zach's talking about ZSJL2. Where's all that at? I mean, I was sick. I got an excuse, it's like I was literally in and out of the hospital, right? Even came back from the hospital right after getting discharged and hopped on stream with Josh just because I was willing to have that conversation and felt like I needed to because of the experience that I just had. It was that powerful of a moment, right? But the recent quote from Zach was very eye opening, very very eye opening, right? And we gonna pull this up here real quick. Let me move this banner again, right? Zach speaking about the Last Supper scene in Rebel Moon Part 2, which is one of my favorite parts of the entire movie. Hands down. One of my favorite parts of the entire movie. And he was talking about the Last Supper scene. And he's like, yo, that was an idea that pretty much crept into the movie that he had from ZSJL2. And they were like, wait, so there was a Last Supper scene in Zack Snyder's Justice League 2? Like, and he's like, there's absolutely a Last Supper scene in Zack Snyder's or in Justice League 2. And the scene had them telling the stories of how they got there. Because Justice League 2 was going to open with us now 10 years in the future. And yes, Rebel Moon Part 2 sequence has a similar sort of structure to the Justice League 2 scene that we have. Right? So listen to this. Okay? Because this is very key here. Okay? I need y'all to walk with me. All right? Because Justice League 2 was going to open with us now 10 years in the future. Can anybody explain to me what that means or why that is important? Can anybody explain that to me, please, in the chat? Bat Dan is right on it. 10 years, not 5 anymore. For anybody that does not know, just for clarity's sake, when we found out what the unused plans for Justice League 2 that Zack Snyder had, those plans were put on display They were shown to the world. So this is not a situation where I'm like making this up, right? Matter of fact, let me go find that picture. But Justice League 2 was gonna start, or yeah, there was gonna be a 5-year time jump in the film. And now Zack Snyder is saying that it's 10 years. So what's changed? I'm trying to find a picture of that storyboard, the one that said clearly that it was going to be 5 years in the future. I can't find it. You guys gonna have to take my word for it for right now. Anyway, it was 5 years. Look, okay, and here we go. We got Josh Herrera, who was actually in the building. He says, "Yep, those storyboards in Dallas that my mom and I saw definitely said 5 years later. Now it's 10 years and a whole bunch of eyeballs, right?" Yeah. Integrity says Zach is doing all kinds of press and he's openly discussing ZSJL too. We got this. Facts, right? Neil Seven says sounds like Zach is adjusting his story to a possibility of a. And then Bad Dan asks the golden question: why is Zach adjusting a story he is no longer interested in? I agree, right? Why would he be doing that? But look, uh-oh. Just had something hit the bat phone. Aha. See? See what happens? You see what happens? You ask, and you shall receive. Right? Let me pull this up. Pull this up. Right here. Clearly says 5 years later. There we go. So now y'all can't say I'm lying. See, because y'all know that I gotta mention this for everybody that be acting like they don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? They swear. Like They swear I'd be lying. He said, I sent you the storyboard. Yeah, see, Josh hit the bat phone. You know what I'm saying? Well, look, 5 years later, right there. Now it's 10. So what's going on? What is going on? Integrity says it's almost as if, now hear me out. This may sound crazy, but it's almost as if ZSJL2 is inevitable. I agree. Frank C says Mikey mentioned an altered story. It would make no sense to tell the world your creative plans and then do it. Everything would be spoiled. Absolutely. Which is why we already knew that there was going to be different plans. Saying, yep, I remember that storyboard. Yep, 5 years later. Right? Integrity says the cool part is ZSJL2 will be better now with this extra time Zach has had to perfect this new story. Look, this is what I'm getting at though, right? And I'm gonna need y'all to bear with me on this, right? But listen, y'all. Listen, I need y'all to bear with me. If Zach is changing his plan for ZSJL2 like that, I don't think it's just gonna be a one-off, y'all. I don't. I don't. I don't think this is just gonna be a one-off, yo. I think Rebel Moon's too big. I think we getting 2 and 3, bro. I don't think it's just gonna be like no one. I mean, look, it might be one wrap-up project, but how long is this thing gonna be? Right? I mean, if it's 2 3 hour movies, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we getting? What are we gonna get? And with Ray Porter posting Cell Snyderverse to Netflix, which I ain't even want to get to, right? Zach has grown as a director, so I'm all with. Look, I'm all for it. You know, I'm kind of glad we went this road because I think that with Netflix we're gonna get something so much more pure. You know, y'all know if we get ZSJL on Netflix, do y'all want to know who gonna be at the premiere though? Y'all want to know who gonna be there? Yo, I'm pulling up. I don't give a damn if I gotta sneak into that one. They said that we be sneaking into them before, so I just might have to sneak into that one. You know, thanks to Dark Side for his support, for sure. Dark Side was definitely in the house, yo. There's a reason beyond the obvious on why Zach filmed Rebel Moon back to back, for sure. I think there's a reason why the characters that was probably going to be in the sequels, this VSJL got killed off so early. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but we gonna see. Wait a minute, what if Blood Axe lives in the director's cut? Crazy. Bad Dan says, to be honest, this may end up working out better than DeLuca's plan to restore the Snyderverse. This will help cure Snyder without incorporating certain movies into the continuity. Look, if we can end up getting more projects, then I'm all for it. Because if it was going to be like some last run, and then all of a sudden, we're also kind of hearing that maybe they was going to try to maybe do the team up movie without Zack, or try to squeeze Zack out of something else that maybe he should have been involved with. I don't know, man. I don't trust that company, bro. I don't trust that company. I don't. I don't trust nothing that come out their mouth. I don't trust anything. Like, I feel like, why would you trust anything that can come out their mouth? You know, I know with Sale that, I've had to kind of take a break from kind of covering that stuff, but I will be doing another stream because James Gunn just can't get caught. I mean, he can't stop getting caught lying, yo. It's just like every time, and now you see he got RJ giving him alley oops for posts on social media. It's like disgusting, bro. It's like, yo, and people really see this shit and they be like, oh yeah, like, these are natural interactions and all this stuff. Come on now, yo. Come on now. We know what promises are worth, don't we? Yeah. Frank C says, Scott, you have to recreate that KG anything is possible interview at the premiere. Bruh, if I go to all right, hold on, look, just for a quick second. Just know that if I'm at the premiere for ZSJL 2, which if there is one, I'm gonna be there. But if there is, bro, oh no, no, no. Ain't gonna be no way. Ain't gonna be no way. Do you understand? Birdman hand rub, bro. Nah. Mark with the $2 super chat saying, "Don't give me hope." With the Hawkeye me. Look, bro. If I didn't believe, I wouldn't be talking to y'all like this. If I didn't believe in this shit, if I didn't believe that this was the best option and that this was gonna work, right? I mean, look, don't even look to me. Look to Ray Porter. Look to Zach. Look to Wayne T. Carr. Look to Meepy Maud. Right? I mean, look at all the people that then gave us hope, been rocking out with us, trying to keep us on track, give us little alley oops to go with, right? That have directly had interactions with what we got going on, with what we pushing. Don't just look to me, cause look, I've been saying the same thing. I've been saying the same thing. I ain't wavered. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let me go ahead and give you a drop though.
I like Zack a lot as a guy, and he was an incredibly thorough. He did all his own storyboards and stuff, which I think influenced me when I went on to my movies and do the same thing. And I saw how incredibly prepared he was. I thought it was great.
Right. So look, I think that ZSJL 2 and 3 is an inevitability. I think that the closer that everybody kind of gets to understanding that, you know what I'm saying? This dude Josh, man, Josh over here, Sky will get in because he's a super fan. Josh is bugging, man. I'm only laughing because I'm picturing him saying it in his voice and doing his like little mannerisms. Nah, that's dope. He's able to punch idiots. Nah, I'm a cook WB man, because this dude can't stop lying, bro. This dude, y'all hear what's his name? Damn it, I'm blanking. Nathan Fillion come out and spill the beans and was like, "Oh, I knew I was Guy Gardner, and we was doing the Suicide Squad, right?" And everybody's like, "Oh, but that would mean that James Gunn." I'm like, "Duh." And you got people shocked that like people are thinking, "Hey, it's a conspiracy." When you got Nathan Fillion saying, "Yeah, I knew I was gonna be Guy Gardner when I was doing the Suicide Squad." Y'all know this shit, man. This dude be capping so much. Oh, I didn't know David Cornsweet auditioned to be Adam Warlock. Bro, this dude didn't remember his dad's birthday being the day. Bro, I don't. Homie just can't remember shit. I'm sorry. But anyway, that's another stream. That's not to be delved into on the Zack Snyder hour. Maybe I would never, right? Did Gunny Poo ever address Ben Affleck debunking him? No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Right? But anyway, look, I think that when we look at the prospects of ZSJL 2 and 3 on Netflix, we need to look at it um with eyes of understanding that it is right there. It is more than likely an inevitability. But what we need to still do is focus on making sure that Rebel Moon has as big of a first month as we possibly can. We are still in the game time, people. That is why we will be doing a watch along, a double feature for Rebel Moon Part 1 and 2 this Wednesday coming up. We rocking out. We trying to drive the numbers up for that first month. We are trying to watch both projects, making sure that both of them are getting love. And we just know how important it is for these numbers to be huge for this first month. Oh my God, I'm sitting there talking on mute. Anyway, no, the first month has to be huge, and we have to make sure that we are keeping up the fight, keeping up the viewership, and we will be doing our part even more on Thursday with a double feature watch along of both films. Can't wait for y'all to rock out and watch that on Thursday. I'm ready to talk about both movies and delve into these topics deeply come Thursday. You dig? But we are about to get into the last topic before we wrap this thing on up. And I just need you guys to understand something, okay? And this is kind of the spicy part of the stream that I was promising and that I was going to talk about earlier, because I had a moment, right? The other day I was in the hospital. Oh, it was on Saturday, right? It was on Saturday, and it was probably like what? It wasn't even that long after I had got there. So I get to the hospital, I get checked in and all that. Um, and I'm in there. The nurse comes in, she puts the needle in my arm or whatever, and just gets that started. But she just leaves that needle in, and um, she just got like the little stuff started or whatever. So she goes out for a few minutes, comes back in, and she has like all these vials and stuff and like tubes because she's gonna start taking my blood, and she had like the medicine with her and all these like the IV bags, like all that stuff, right? So at this point, I'm just laying in bed and I'm just watching Rebel Moon, right? I got my headphones in and I have been watching Rebel Moon Part 2, just chilling, right? Just, you know, um, watching my little comfort film, having a good time. And my nurse is like an older Japanese lady, right? And we start talking while she's kind of getting set up because I had paused the movie at this point. And I'm like, hey, do you have Netflix? Right? And she's like, yes. And I was like, yo, you should really watch this movie called Rebel Moon. Right? I'm like, I'm watching it now. And yo, when I tell you guys that this lady's face like lit up and was like, Rebel Moon? Like, yo, I just watched part 2 the other day. Right? And she just starts like going in, y'all, telling me about how much she loved this film. And she also brought up that she had saw Dune 2 recently, right? And she said that she liked Dune 2 as well, loved it, But when it came to the real passion, the passion in this conversation was evoked by Rebel Moon, bro. And she's literally like so focused on the conversation that she's not even like doing her job for a second, right? She's not taking no blood or anything. She's not, you know what I'm saying, like getting the IV set up. She's standing here talking to me about Rebel Moon and talking about the characters that she loved and all these different parts. And her first question was, is there going to be a part 3? And I'm sitting here and I just had like this light bulb click, right? Because obviously, I love the film and this woman is not part of the target audience at all, right? She's definitely older than my mom. You know what I'm saying? Definitely older than my mom. And she was just speaking about how much she loved the film. And I was like, it tripped me out, y'all. Like, I can't lie. This moment tripped me out so much. Cause she just paused and hold up, wait, where'd it go? Bad Dan said, Sky, you're gonna get your nurse in trouble mentioning her not working. No. It was a beautiful moment. No, it was a beautiful moment because she was really just talking about the film and like how much it resonated with her and like all the characters and how she loved Nemesis so much and how she was so happy that Nemesis got to feel the love of a child again. Like I'm really just listening to her, bro. Like it was like I was her canvas and she was just painting this beautiful picture. You know what I'm saying? Of like just this whole film. And she was so excited. She was so excited. And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, and I couldn't help it. And I went on Josh's channel and I was a little spicy. And I was mentioning names and all that. I just might do it now, but nah, some of these platforms, like while I was having this happen, it was such a juxtaposition to like what I see on the internet that it literally like disgusted me so much more, And I got so upset because it just, I really see through all this bullshit now. You know, it's a complete bullshit narrative. It's complete bullshit, you know? And like I've stated, and I stated on Josh's channel, I've only run into one person that didn't like Rebel Moon and absolutely said that they didn't like it. One person. And that person said that The Batman was the best movie ever. I'm not saying that these two things are related, you know, but I'm just saying that I felt that it made sense when she said that, you know. But it just goes to show, you know, literally like everybody that I've met in real life has loved these films. It's with this older lady who is definitely not part of the target audience at all. Was just such a dope moment, and to just see and feel her energy and excitement, right? And her curiosity as to like what certain stuff was. And she's like, yo, was this based on any books? Like, where did this come from? And I'm just like, this all came out of the director's head. And she was like, oh my God, like, I can't believe he thought about all this stuff. And like, it was it was an insane conversation to have, and to be in the position that I'm in, where I was, you know. But honestly, another thing is too, that moment showed me how important it is to unplug, you know, like to unplug from this fake shit, man. Like, I don't even know how else to put it, but it's just fucking fake. It's fake. Like, I was sitting here and I was thinking about all these streams and the thumbnails that I was seeing with people trying to talk shit about this film and trying to say things about it that are just ridiculous, trying to call the film woke, which is just utter garbage. Just utter garbage, right? Trying to make it seem like Zach is in there trying to preach to people and all these, trying to make it seem like certain characters have a bigger role than they do just to fit a narrative, right? Trying to act as if you don't know, you know, what the hell is really going on with this film, and trying to act as if you don't, as if you know that it just has no emotion or no type of humor, one person was saying. And like, just the emotion part was so crazy, just because if you think about how heavy the movie is in certain parts, right, and how tense that it is in others. And it's just, when you see these things and you are experiencing the total opposite in real life, when people in real life and, you know, in the real world are actually enjoying the film, and then you come on the internet and you just see it's so much hate, it really makes you see that the shit is manufactured, Joe. People only hate on Zach in a digital world. That's it. In real life, people don't care. Like, the majority, if not all, of the hate that Zach gets from these type of forums and fans or whatever is from online people that are usually, you know, failed at trying to be in Hollywood half the time. A lot of times these people were writers. That's where this whole, oh, Zach can't tell a good story. Oh yeah, his movies lack stories, and oh my God, Zach needs a ghostwriter. Oh, what you mean, like you? You know, a lot of these people be failed in Hollywood, and they just be hating on these directors, trying to make themselves feel better about their personal situation and why they didn't make it, right. Like, why do people think Zach is the coolest? You know, why do people like his hair? You know, is it because he's cool and has cool family and his wife's dope and they love each other, and they watch one another's backs. You know, he has a fan base that actually supports his films and likes what he does and is willing to ride with him through thick and thin, right? Why don't people feel like that about me? Why don't people like my films? Zack stuff, it's not even that cool, right? Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Shit, I didn't think farming was such a traumatic experience for some people. Nah, they over here saying now that Zach filming the wheat, man. Zach filming the wheat didn't have any. Bruh, they literally have no excuse. Look, just a hint of what I'm gonna say. Zack Snyder haters is sounding like Drake fans after this Kendrick song that came out. I'm so serious. I've heard like some of the weirdest takes. I was listening to this dude earlier say, what did he say? He was like, oh man, Kendrick had a line in his diss that was in another song. It was in another diss song. It's like, what? Didn't J. Cole just do that and everybody thought it was? Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like, yo, it's weird, right? So at this point, we just gonna make sure that we continuing to press on, man. To press on and keep winning. We're gonna keep our eye on the ball. You dig? Hey, go ahead. Keep on yeah. Keep on with that, Marcus, because I'm about to need all that. But I'm about to gather that for something else. But keep doing what you're doing, bro. Right? But nah, look, just don't worry about these things. That's what my main thing that I want to kind of share with you guys is with this topic. Because it's not real. It's literally not real. The people that are watching this film in real life are enjoying this shit. It's only on the internet. It's only when I come on here that you hear people say the things that they say, right? Or act the way that they act, or behave the way that they behave, right? It's just, at this point, man, look, Sale is inevitable. Rebel Moon is a success, right? Second week, racked up another 18 million views, almost 19 million, pretty much. Almost 19 million views, right? And then got another 6 for part 1. Bruh, how many views y'all think that these two films gonna get, y'all? They said that part 1 already crossed 100, right? Part 1 already crossed 100 million. Okay, so let's break this down, right? What did Scott Stuber say? He said half the budget in the first month, right? So both projects cost 166 million total. So you break that down at 83 million a piece, right? Rebel Moon Part 1 has done over 100 million in viewership so far, right? Over 100 million. You know what I'm saying? What is part two gonna do? Probably over 100 million in that same time frame. You're gonna do like 200 million views on this, man. And then we still got the director's cuts. Are you not entertained right now? What are we talking about? Jay Ray said, yeah, but Netflix is getting a double dip and get 4 movies out of that 88 mil. So basically it's like four. Yeah, no, it was 83. And so what? You say it's like 39 million a piece. It's like 39 almost. That's crazy, right? That's crazy. Paid in full and then some. Bruh. And we ain't even talking about the merchandising, bro. Bruh. To part one, they sold theater seats. They sold theater tickets, bro. They put that shit in theaters, bruh. I saw Rebel Moon part one, like, what was it? 4 times in a theater. Yeah, once at the premiere and 3 times at screenings. You know, they had the one for me to go to part two, but man, they was putting it in theaters and adding CDs for part one. Bruh, they've been selling T-shirts, toys. Like it's up right now. So I saw part one 3 times in theaters for sure. Right? Integrity saying that it's gonna be in theaters. I think it might be too. And that's what I heard. You know what I'm saying? But let me not get into what I heard because I don't be knowing what was public and what wasn't. Curly Ray was like, and Rebel Moon House of the Blood Axe issue 1 sold out in January. Bruh, everything that this thing be putting out sell out, bruh. They be doing screenings and they selling out, man. Bruh, ZSJL, dude, Zach sold out 3 old movies for like for like almost $500, bro. The tickets was 150 a piece, bro. And they sold out in minutes. Acting like Zach ain't no hot commodity, man. Y'all bugging, dude. Y'all ain't living in reality. Zack Snyder is Snydering more than he's ever Snydered. Yo, this is what Netflix is. Look, this is how they looking at y'all. Right? For y'all that try to say Netflix ain't it, Netflix can't really support Zach, right? Look at this. I'm about to Look, y'all put y'all last questions and comments down at the bottom. You know, we about to start wrapping up pretty soon. I just wanted to come in and touch bases with you guys and have this conversation because this was very important. Like when you look at the grand scheme of things, lately there's been a lot of stuff going around, and there's been a lot of narratives being spread, and it's just kind of weird. So we got to make sure that we come in and kind of bring things back to a normalcy. You know what I'm saying? Like when you got people out there talking about all this animation crap and stuff, that's what really got me, y'all. I ain't gonna front. When that animation thing came up again, I was like, bro, are we really doing this again right after Zach just said what he said when I asked him? It was crazy, right? But yeah, let me see what y'all got in the chat before I close on out. Yeah. Netflix in 2024. Zach Flicks, yeah. SPR said, guys, if WB were to release ZSJL in theaters and IMAX, would you all go? I like asking a question like that is silly because, like, of course I would go if they were gonna put it in theaters because I would relish that opportunity to see it with all the bros, right? And like, hey, you know, blah blah blah. But nah, they already had their chance, yo. And they did with Full Circle. I think that, you know, if anything, maybe as a way to hype up part two before part two comes out, maybe they can do like a limited run or something. You know, that would be the only way is that I think that they would do something like that because they would probably only want to try to capitalize on it if they can try to get some money off of it, right? Because they don't just do things for the strength of trying to like build fan bases and stuff like that, or try to cultivate fan bases, or try to like make fan bases happy. They only do things when they feel like they can make money. And even sometimes, even if they feel like they can't make money, or if they know they're not going to make money, right? Because they can know that they're going to make more money in another route, but then still choose to go another route because, hey, you know, we got agendas and we might need to, you know, try to cut a few corners. But hey, you know, that's just what I'm thinking. Did y'all see the official title for Rebel Moon Part One Director's Cut? I didn't know if it was official, but I did see something about some chalice of blood, right? But I don't know if it was official. Mm. Said animation talk is an attempt to divide and conquer. Yeah, I ain't going for that. Said a perfect example of what Sky is talking about is Batfleck figures selling out in less than 5 minutes. He says, "You know what, Sky? You hear it in Zach's tone when they asked him about animation. He's like, sure, but he wants them live action. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's literally what I said. I was like, he probably said, sure. I'm like, because he's not gonna publicly turn down something. But the thing is, though, does this man want live action? And if the answer is yes, and if the fans want live action, and Zach wants live action, and not only Zach, but Netflix wants live action. Why in the hell are we talking about animation? It just makes no sense to me. Like, we want live action. Zach wants live action. Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, Gal Gadot, they all want live action. Netflix wants live action. Who the hell is talking about animation? It's just weird. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. And I don't know why it keeps coming up. Like, I don't even understand. Like, why does this keep coming up? You know? Anatoly says it would be cool to see a series about Krypton, the events of which would take place before the Man of Steel. It would see no, it would be great to see the original Doomsday, Lobo, Brainiac, Darkseid there. Yeah, nah, I think that there's a lot of stuff, right? Even if it was like a project like that, I wouldn't mind something like that being animated. But you mean to tell me you gonna give me a damn mainline Justice League movie when we've been watching this shit in live action, and you gonna turn around and say, "Give me animation"? Get out of here. Bad Dan says, "Could you imagine if after Empire Strikes Back we got Return of the Jedi in animation?" I don't know. I'm confused, bro. We make more progress, and suddenly this animation nonsense pops up. It's like a #1 overall pick in the draft, settling for a contract, a 7th round pick would get just to be in the league. Ridiculous, right? Oh my god! They said, "Oh my, look, y'all in here cooking. Y'all in here cooking." Neo 7 says Zach just DP'd his last 3 films, and they think he was that he wants animation, right? Bro, crazy, crazy. Said real quick, when did Zack Snyder change the storyline to 10 years? That's a good question. You know what? Maybe I'll ask him the next time that I get to run into Zach. I'm like, Zach, when did the plans change, bro? Did they change? Never mind. Hey, I'm gonna I'm gonna ask Zach himself. Right? He says, "You do know why, Sky. We're getting closer and closer. So they want to get us to settle for animation, get desperate people to give up on sale and push animation, divide and conquer, bruh. If they think that I'm about to turn around and be like, hey guys, look, I'm sorry, y'all. I think this animation thing is a good idea." If they waiting on me to say that, y'all gonna be waiting for a while, man. See, I told y'all the actors won't be too old. It's a non-factor. Hey, I feel it. Cause just think about it. Cause Justice League 2 was supposed to be hella long ago. So by the time that we get to it would be, it's just perfect, man. It's just perfect. But look, I'm about to get on out of here, man. It's been a pleasure. Um, make sure that you guys uh, click that link down below to the Sky and Stino show. I will be going live tomorrow, having a super dope conversation. We're gonna be doing an NBA playoff catch up, me and homie Stino, as well as talking about this hip hop Civil War stuff, and namely the Kendrick Lamar. Uh, oh my God. Anyway, I can't wait to get to that tomorrow, and then be tuned in here again on Thursday for the Rebel Moon double feature. We're gonna be doubling up, watching part 1 and part 2 back to back this coming Thursday. And we also got some more dope conversations coming for you guys in the near future, as well as more content dropping very soon. I will be getting that Rebel Moon art book done pretty soon that I will be dropping for the members. I want to show y'all some love. Y'all been rocking out, so I want y'all to get this in detail look at this book, and I'm really looking forward to sharing that with you guys. So much love to all y'all that have been here rocking out, man. This is what dreams are made of, yo. This is what dreams are made of, yo. Real talk. We are here. We are rocking out, and I'm so excited. Y'all be easy. Stay tuned for all this goodness that we got coming for y'all. And yeah, we're gonna see y'all soon. Y'all have a good one. Peace.
Remember us. Simple an order as a king can give. Remember why we died. We did not wish tribute, or song, or monuments, or poems of war and valor. Wish was simple. Remember us, he said to me. That was his hope. Should any free soul come across that place. In all the countless centuries yet to be, may all our voices whisper to you from the ageless stones. Go tell the Spartans passing by. Here, by Spartan law, we lie. And so my king died, and my brothers died. Barely a year ago. Long I've pondered my king's cryptic talk of victory. Time has proven him wise.
But from free Greek to free Greek, the word was spread that bold Leonidas and his 300, so far from home, laid down their lives, not just for Sparta, but for all Greece, and the promise this country holds. Now, here on this rugged patch of earth called Plataea, Xerxes forged face obliteration!